Ever thought about whether our thoughts have the power to shape how things happen in our lives? That's what the law of attraction is all about. It's like saying our thoughts can bring in good or bad things. Think about why we often need lots of good stuff to be happy. When we were little babies, everything seemed awesome just by looking around with big eyes. But as we grow up, we start worrying about the future and doubting things that already happened. Why is it hard to enjoy the present moment? Why can't we feel happy just by looking at simple things like nature? If we pay attention, we might see that everything around us is pretty cool. And here's the important part. The law of attraction kicks in here. It means our thoughts can attract good or bad things. So, it's not just about enjoying the moment. It's about realizing our thoughts are like magnets, pulling in good or not so good stuff. Instead of stressing, we can be curious and interested in everything, knowing our thoughts play a role in shaping how things turn out. The idea that our thoughts shape our reality is a central theme in various philosophical and spiritual traditions. One popular concept associated with this belief is the law of attraction. According to this principle, the energy we emit through our thoughts and feelings attracts similar energies or experiences into our lives. Proponents of the law of attraction argue that by maintaining positive thoughts and visualizing desired outcomes, individuals can manifest their dreams and shape their reality. On the contrary, negative thoughts are believed to attract unwanted situations or challenges. While the law of attraction gained widespread attention with the release of The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, its roots can be traced back to earlier teachings and philosophies. By adopting a mindset focused on living in the present, you'll discover beauty and opportunity in everything around you. Embrace empowerment by reigniting your innate curiosity and wonder. Approach new experiences with intrigue rather than fear and skepticism. Imagine encountering someone discussing real estate and responding with curiosity, pondering its essence without being clouded by apprehension. So you should engage with the world with an open heart, fostering genuine curiosity. Rather than living in constant worry about every aspect of life, consider the possibilities that unfold when you approach situations with wonder. It's common for people to approach encounters with skepticism, whether meeting someone new or experiencing love for the first time. The fear-driven thoughts manifest into reality, reinforcing preconceived notions. Challenge this pattern by understanding that every manifestation originates from thought. Instead of preemptively labeling situations with red flags, consider whether your thoughts are shaping the outcomes or if the circumstances were predetermined. Every manifestation, after all, has its roots in the realm of thought. Life can get a whole lot simpler if we can learn to let go of something important. I won't mention what that something is, but you probably know. It's the ego mind, the one that brings fear, doubt, and red flags. It's sure to show up, but here's the trick. Whenever you find yourself in a moment, just ask a simple question. And trust me, this question is super easy for you to use. Imagine there are two little beings hanging out with you, like tiny sidekicks. Picture them as angels. One is the angel of fear, and the other is the angel of trust. These two little guys will be with you wherever you go. It's a handy strategy, and you can apply it to everything you do from now on. Just look at them, acknowledge their presence. They're going to stick around for the long haul, showing up whenever you need to make a decision or face a situation. If you find yourself in a bit of a tricky situation, now we all need a bit of guidance in those moments, right? That's where our two little buddies come in. Think of them as your pocket-sized advisors. They're like your personal cheerleaders, always hanging out on your shoulders, ready to chime in when things get tricky. So, here's the thing. When life throws you an unexpected twist, who do you turn to for advice? Do you casually push the angel of fear and say, "Hey, what's your take on this, buddy?" Or do you give a friendly nod to the angel of trust and ask, "Hey, can you help me out here?" It's similar to deciding which friend to have by your side during a difficult situation. All right, here's a simple strategy for you to use when you're faced with a decision or choice and you're not sure what to do. It's like having a chat with your little angels. So first things first, pick which angel you want to talk to. Let's call it the angel of trust. Then have a conversation. Say, "Hey, angel of trust, I'm thinking about doing this thing. What's your take on it? What are your thoughts?" Just let it speak, absorb what it says, and then go ahead with your decision. Trust me, it's a pretty solid strategy to keep in your pocket. Now, here's the cool part. If you always go with the angel of trust, listen to what it says, you'll find all the answers you need. And guess what? The more you trust and fully surrender to that trust, you'll see that everything falls into place perfectly. I'm not saying everything will go exactly how you want it, because, human minds have their own ideas. But there's this other part of you, a spiritual and metaphysical side, which is way smarter and more powerful than the human mind you think you are. So let your trusty angel guide you, and watch how things unfold divinely. So, imagine if you let go trying to figure everything out with your limited human mind. Instead, picture yourself opening up to surrendering and going with the flow of your higher self, that infinite part of you. It's like tuning in to that universal energy we talked about yesterday, that undeniable force of nature gently pulling you towards something. Think about those moments when you say, "I don't really know why I want to do this, but there's this strong feeling pulling me towards it." It's like a hunch, right? Well, if you're not sure why but you're feeling it, there's something in you, call it the infinite I or your higher self, that knows. Even if your human mind can't quite put a finger on it, trust that this inner wisdom, this higher self, has a better grasp of things. It's like your inner guide, nudging you in the right direction. So if you're feeling that energy in motion and you're not quite sure why, just trust that your higher self knows what's up. It's like listening to the wiser, more intuitive version of yourself. If you can tune in and go with the flow of your infinite self, it's like your universe giving you a call. And that's where the magic happens. Trusting becomes a natural part of embracing the universe and recognizing the Creator within us. In conclusion, the relationship between thoughts and reality is complex and multifaceted. While the law of attraction suggests a direct correlation, skeptics emphasize the importance of a more nuanced understanding. Finding a middle ground, where positive thinking is coupled with realistic actions, may offer a more comprehensive approach to creating the life we desire. Ultimately, whether our thoughts truly create our reality remains a fascinating and ongoing exploration in the realms of psychology, philosophy, and spirituality.